But some guys can surprise you with their mic skills.
I'm gonna rip with the script like I got a kung fu grip. Flip it.
We got Tom Green today to talk about tiger testicles and to answer the immortal question.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Off the Record with Michael Landsberg is brought to you by the Cake Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends, see you tonight.
Today's show is a pick'em. Vegas doesn't know what to do with it. Could be bizarre. It'll probably be funny. Let's find out together, shall we? Mike Fletcher, we all found out who the #1 team in the CFL was and who was one of the best linebackers from the Toronto Argonauts. Nice to see you, Mike Fletcher.
Glad to be here.
You're on with a legend, Tom Green. Canadians everywhere totally proud of what you've done. Great to welcome you back to the show. I appreciate the fact that when you're traveling through Canada, you do the show.
Yeah, I always like to do the
You're
show.
here to talk about Walk of Fame, right?
Yeah, no plastic vagina this time.
Really? Well, you know what? If you would have told me that ahead of time, I would have sent you home. Woo! Mike Bajurny, thank you for joining us on the show. Your documentary is fascinating. They followed you around. You're a scrapper, right? A hockey player, and you are a fighter. We welcome you from the Saint-Georges Garage. That's the North American Hockey League. Your stats this year, 1 goal, 1 assist, 304 minutes and penalties. Is that a good year?
Not points-wise. PIMS-wise it is.
And Frank D'Angelo, you are the president and CEO of D'Angelo Brands, and we love it when you do the show. Good to see you, my friend.
How you doing?
All right. How you doing? Are you acting?
I heard there's managers here, so I want to go to L.A.
All right. Let's go. Barry Bonds kind of had that let my people go Moses thing going this weekend, saying, we're entertainers, let us entertain. And as for the healing effects of steroids, he said, quote, if I can't go out there and somebody pays $60 for a ticket who's getting cheated, not me, it's easy to rip on Barry. Is he just saying something that's true but no one wants to hear?
I totally agree with him. I know Frank disagrees, but like he said, just like music, Snoop Dogg goes out, talk about smoking weed and things like that, and people still support him. And he just stays.
Is Barry saying that it's acceptable to do steroids in sports?
No, he's saying that he's an entertainer. Let me entertain.
Okay, that's fine. He's an entertainer, but if he's taking steroids, the playing field is not equal anymore.
But he's not saying he's taking steroids.
I'm reading that's what I'm reading in the script, that he's saying it's okay to take steroids so you can get value for your $60.
Is that what he's saying?
I think he's saying basically, I don't know quite what he's saying, and he hasn't come out and said, he said I did take steroids, he said I didn't knowingly do it, but the bottom line is everything he's saying kind of leads you to believe that he's justifying it, and the bottom line is he's saying we're entertainers, look at us that way, and I think he does to some extent make a good point.
Well, he's not saying that everybody should take him. He's saying if he wanted to, it would be okay for him to take them, which is a little bit different.
I don't really think it's, also, I don't really think that necessarily it's something that they should ban. I mean, it's steroids, personally, steroids don't always make you be able to hit home runs anyways. I mean, I take steroids. I think, I do it for physical reasons, just for my physical appearance and my physique. And
anything with the testicles on the steroids, any truth to that?
no, well, I have one testicle, but that's not, I don't think that's because of the steroids, that's because of the cancer. But I'll tell you one thing.
But that's not a bit, but I mean, it's important to say, I mean, you made it a big focal point.
I had testicular cancer, and but to be honest with you,
Frank.
since I started,
I feel like crap
No,
now.
it's okay. I thought you knew. I thought you were razzing me.
I didn't know nothing about your testicles.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, well, I'll show you them after the show. One's
Be an honor.
One's here, one's out in the car.
Why wait till after the show?
The thing is, and I'm actually glad you brought it up because it gives me an opportunity to tell everyone, since I started doing steroids, not only has my physique improved, but also my one testicle's grown to about the size of a grapefruit. So.
But Barry Bonds actually did come out and said, my testicles are the same size as they always were. And he pointed out, talking about his head, he says, it's the same size it always was. And he says, you guys, talking in the media, have created this whole environment around me. And to some extent, I got to believe that's true. Because, hold on. Nobody is talking. That was very effective.
Hold on, Apple Juice.
Nobody is talking.
Hold on, Captain Apple Juice.
Nobody is talking about the fact that Barry Bonds is going to break all of the records and is going to be known as the greatest player ever. Now go ahead.
But now I want to ask you, why is he defending his testicles? So he's admitting that he is...
No, he's saying they're the same size.
Personally attacking him, though.
Okay, let's no one use that word again. I'm starting to get uncomfortable.
What does
We've
his
said
head
it 14
size have to
times.
do with him being able to hit home runs?
Because
That's a personal attack.
people are saying there's obvious signs of Barry Bonds, and they're saying, look how large his head is. And he said, would you look at what you've done to me? You've created this whole environment around me where people don't take my accomplishments seriously.
Yeah, he's at the top of his game, right? He's the best player in the game. And to me, it's no different than when Michael Jordan get caught up in a gambling scandal. You know what I mean? You got the best player in the world. You know, now it's something negative to talk about here. And it's the same thing. And
but you have to admit, Barry Bonds is his own worst enemy. His mouth, like when he does interviews.
But why does he have to be a certain way? I mean, like, you know, just because he's Barry Bonds don't mean he has to be friendly with anybody.
I'm not
He's
talking
his
about
own
being
person.
friendly. I'm talking about at least having a little bit of rapport with the public. Forget about the media. The public
But that's
is
who he's
watching
hounded
him.
by. That's who he's hounded by. That's who pisses him off all the time.
I don't know. His interviews.
Well, he's allowed to say whatever he wants.
I mean, you know, every time you see his name on TV, you know, steroids is the first thing associated with it. You know, I'll be pissed off too. It's the first thing it's
Plus,
not.
Seeley, the commissioner of baseball, has come out and said the records will stand. We can't prove anything. So basically, he says, I'm here to preside over baseball and the integrity of the game. And on my watch, these records will remain. Is that the right call?
I haven't understood. Is steroids legal in baseball?
It is illegal
in
now.
pro
It
bowling?
was legal until 2 years ago.
So it's illegal.
It is illegal now.
So what are the repercussions from being caught of taking steroids?
First time that you were
You get,
caught,
a really
Tristan,
big,
that you would
you get a really big testicle,
Grapefruit?
as I mentioned
How
earlier.
come not at the size of
Can't
an
you
apple?
abide by
Why
the rules?
grapefruit?
What about now? You make apple juice, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
If you drink a lot of apple juice, that'll give you nuts the size of apples. Is that?
See, Will, to me, it's kind of, like I said, it kind of sucks because for
turning
Barry,
into the Steve-O interview.
I've seen old interviews in the past where Mark McGwire was interviewed, and he's got a bottle of Andro sitting in the back of his locker right there.
Right.
Nobody says nothing about that.
And do you think there's a racial component to it? Because we've discussed it on this show and on ESPN, the reporter show on the weekend. They had a massive scrap about it. One man saying, yes, it was racial. The other saying it has nothing to do with it. The point is that Barry Bonds is going to be talked about as the greatest player of all times. Does the color of his skin make a difference?
Very small percentage of it does. I think most people in the world, most media people, you know, that's not their angle. But I do think some people, you know, turn a story that way to create another story from it.
Absolutely. But it's not a racial thing. I think Barry Bonds is a great baseball player, but I think Barry Bonds is a lousy statesman for himself. He's a lousy PR guy for himself. He's his own worst enemy.
Well, he's controversial, though.
Controversial, being a jerk doesn't mean you're controversial.
Yeah, but I just think he does what he wants to do. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with him not wanting to talk to the media?
He doesn't have to sugarcoat everything every time.
No, but it's one way to be a black and white when you talk and you be straight up and you talk from the hip. It's another thing to be a jerk. He's a jerk.
Yeah, but
Next question.
don't you think sometimes...
I'm not going to answer that.
Hey, Frank,
That's
don't
a
think
moron.
sometimes when a white guy does that, they say he's focused, he's doing his job, and when a black guy acts the way Barry Bonds has, they call him surly.
Eddie Belfour used to have a lot of problem with the media before, and I guess they groomed him for the Toronto because everybody's under a microscope here. But you're only liked is how you handle yourself, not just your accolades in sports.
On that note, we're going to go to break. The anatomy lesson officially is over. Still to come. Is this what makes hockey special or just stupid? We'll talk about fighting, the new lockout talks, and Wayne Gretzky next.
Off the Record with Michael Landsberg.
Puck down, back for Sorella. Screenshot, scores! Joe Sorella off the faceoff ties up the game early in the second period.
In a marriage, the key to working through problems is communication, or whiskey and denial. But let's say option number one is communication. The players and the owners are going to meet again this week. Do you have any hope for progress? And given the disaster that it's been so far, does every meeting without progress just embarrass the league further?
Well, I think they've already embarrassed themselves by losing millions and millions of dollars. I mean, they can't come to an agreement.
You think the league's embarrassing themselves or the players?
Everybody kind of is.
Some of the teams in the leagues, this is good for them. They're recovering a lot of money because they were losing. As an operating business, they were throwing money right out the window.
Are they really losing money?
Absolutely.
I
Anybody who doesn't believe that doesn't know anything about business.
I think
Anybody
every
who takes
meeting,
it,
though,
pardon me?
I think every meeting is progress, though. I mean, you actually sitting there doing something, trying to get something resolved is progress. I mean, whether you like, I mean, you come out in the meeting and check the interview.
But he said that the valid point. The players don't believe that the teams losing money are losing money.
Yeah, but the question is, do we think, you know, the meeting is progress being made? And I think so. I mean, like, if you don't meet,
Well, they
nothing's going to
said
get
no
resolved.
cap, no cap, no cap, and then the cap.
That don't
came
mean
into
things
play.
are not being shuffled around, little things. And I mean, the more and more you meet, I think you know, it starts to favor.
Well, I don't give a crap. You know, I'll play. I'll play. Seriously, I want to tell you right now, owners, I'll play. I played hockey. I played for the North Gloucester Stars, and I played for North Gloucester Gold. I'm pretty good. I play roller hockey now in Los Angeles, okay, with my friend Harland Williams, okay, and I'm pretty good. Sure, there's 4 players per team. There's no blue lines. We maybe change the rules a little bit, but I'll play.
Would
Sign
you play?
me up. I'll walk the picket
Hold on.
line.
And replacement players. Wayne Gretzky came out this weekend and said essentially replacement players not going to work, which was a huge departure
I don't
from
give
the
a crap about what Wayne Gretzky says. I don't give a crap about what Wayne Gretzky has to say, even though I have an autographed stick of his and a jersey hanging in my pool house. I don't give a crap. If he doesn't want scabs, I don't give a crap. I'll play. Call me up, I'll play.
Okay.
You don't even got to pay me.
Okay, so Mike,
you don't even need any other players. I'll play all by myself.
So you would
I'll
cross.
skate around all by myself.
So you would cross.
All by myself.
Would you-
Hey, Wayne, I don't care what you say, Wayne.
Would you cross?
Well, I don't see what any self-respecting hockey player wouldn't.
Whoa, hold on a sec. You're saying any self-respecting hockey player.
Well, what's the goal? Do you want to get to the NHL?
The league that you would be playing in, I'm not sure is the NHL.
Well,
Yeah, but
So wait a minute.
is it
I
not-
wouldn't
is it
do it.
not-
I wouldn't do it.
Hold on,
I wouldn't do
Frank.
it.
Frank, you're not. Okay, go ahead.
No, I wouldn't do it because any person that's a part of a union, and you know, you side with that side.
If you're
You
part
know,
of the
you're a
union. If
player,
you're part-
though,
if
but
you're part of the
If
union.
you're part of the union.
If you're part of the
Okay.
union.
Part of the brotherhood, but I
So,
play.
so as a player, you would consider yourself part of the brotherhood, even though you're not in
I'm part of the
NHL.
hockey
Yeah.
brotherhood. I play hockey. I want to get paid to play hockey, and I would want to get to the NHL.
I agree with him. Why?
So you're saying that
But no, I mean-
if you break the picket line as a hockey player, that's not a good thing?
Well, breaking through any picket line is not a good thing, but
So you got a problem with hockey players that would do that?
No, he's not. He's saying
it's-
he's
it's
in,
competitive.
he's in.
Do you have a
just-
problem? Do you have a problem with hockey players that would do that?
the only question I have is your mic still on?
That's why to pull the sweater off there.
Well, leave it off. Leave it off. Leave it off. You know what?
Well, hey, it's
You
a competitive sport. Hockey's a competitive sport.
no.
Always has been. Every time you get a job, you're taking somebody else's
Just
job.
let me say this: your whole steroid argument out the window when you took the shirt
Oh,
off.
come on, look at that. Come on, this-
Look at the size of that.
Mike, this is because this is something that
the
will be
size of that.
This is something that'll be addressed next September, and the issue is if the National Hockey League does say we're going with replacement players playing in the North American Hockey League as you do, you're saying that you would play when they threw out the offer.
Well, a guy comes to you and says, "I want to give you $500,000 to play in our hockey league."
And it gives the Europeans.
Okay,
Do
let
I
me
even
ask you
need to
this.
explain
So
anymore
if
about
it's
that?
not a
That's
That's why I
financial-
want to play.
But if it's not a financial thing, let's say they're not throwing out that kind of money. It's just a chance to say, I played in the NHL.
Well, we'll put a little asterisk beside it, same as Barry Bonds, you know, if that's what they
No,
like.
but I'm the type of guy that believes in, you know, hard. Not that you're not a great player or a hard player, but I'm the type of guy, you know, like I want to hear my name drafted or I want to get signed as a free agent and know I actually made it because of my work, not because these guys don't feel like playing right now for whatever reason.
But
And
what
I think it's more of an
the
internal
guys
thing.
in the secondary leagues work just as hard, if
I'm not
not
saying
harder
you
than the
don't. I'm not
NHL.
saying
the exact
And
same
I'm gonna
thing as
tell
they
you
do.
right now,
But those guys that are there, they took that same path too.
Listen, you're talking about a lot of guys not playing anymore for the love of the game. They're playing for the love of the wallet. And they went to Europe and they took away jobs. I think it's time for the Europeans, if they do have replacement players, to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Ah, screw the Europeans. Screw the Europeans. And screw Wayne Gretzky. No, not that. Sorry, Wayne. I love Wayne. I love Wayne. But screw the Europeans.
All of them?
All of them.
Anyways.
Frank, you
made
were
my
making a
point.
very interesting point.
Sorry.
Well, okay,
Yeah, it's okay.
where are all these
No, that is-
NHL
that's
players
that's kinda what I was-
with the brotherhood sticking up for me, being in my
Yeah, but
corner
you're
when
not
I'm
in the
battling
NHL.
it out in the
Sorry
minors
to
the
say
last
this.
9
But
years.
sorry to say this, but you're not in the NHL because you're not good enough to be
But
in
it
the
doesn't
NHL.
matter.
Right?
He's
You-
a
hold
hockey
on,
player.
hold on.
A jump.
Are you
But I'm-
saying
but-
that I'm not, is
but
that why I'm not in the
professional hockey
NHL
player.
too?
I'm a
Huh?
professional
Yes,
hockey
yes,
player,
I
and
am.
I get paid to play hockey. And whatever owner of whatever team wants to pay me
Don't you
to
feel
play
like
for
a
them.
that why
position,
I'm
Mike?
not in the NHL too?
Hold on. Oh no. Yeah.
We don't want to put anyone in Canada through this. The ratings are plummeting.
Are you going to blur that out? Or?
No, that's good to go. Yeah, one sec.
So do you think
pants
you're
are
good enough
on.
to play in the NHL?
Still to come on
play there.
this edition of the show. Tigers, like golf's Stepford wife. We'll explain that when we return. Let's talk some Tiger Woods. He was unbelievable in yesterday's final round at Doral. As soon as Tiger's back on the top of his game, it feels like golf all of a sudden is the most exciting thing going again. Are you in the group of people that says, I'll watch golf, but only if Tiger is doing well? And does it matter to you that as exciting as he is, he's definitely got the personality of a bowl of oatmeal?
I like Tiger. I'm a big Tiger fan. I love people that have a drive for winning and being hard on themselves.
Well, you know what? He's definitely a great golfer. And are you a great golfer?
You know, I'm okay.
He's okay. I'm a horrible golfer, but I do look spectacular on the golf course. But Tiger, I had to get that. Tiger, I find him a little always whining, like he's in a sand trap.
So you weren't prepared
Oh,
for the
my God.
answer. You thought Tom would jump on it when
I
you
thought
said you
he'd jump
golf,
on
and
it.
he totally
I said,
floored you by
look.
not saying it.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I'm just a little embarrassed. The head of the CRTC just came in here and made me put my shirt back on. So I wasn't expecting
I thought
that.
he'd be able to. No, I find him a little whiny. I think you need a wambulance every time he doesn't get a perfect shot. But
A
he's a great.
wambulance? Did you just make that up?
No, I saw it in a movie. Actually.
Wambulance.
Yeah.
That was cute, yeah.
What movie was it?
Bruce Willis about the plane. And,
Oh, okay.
For
I
him
don't
to
know,
have
like,
success, though, he
Wambulance
knows that he has
sounds
to be
like it might have been
methodical.
from
He has
one
to
of
be
those.
calm, cool, collected.
He's the chartered
he needs to hard
accountant
work.
of golfers.
Yeah, but he needs to
I
be a
just
hard
find him,
worker
like,
in order
you
to
know,
win.
he's real hard on himself. I mean, he expects perfection out of himself. He works hard. He works for that. I mean, he wants to be the best. He wants to dominate at everything he does. And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I don't see nothing wrong either. I just
I mean,
saying
he
on
shows
the
a lot of
entertainment
energy.
part,
Yeah, but
because
what do you
golf
mean?
is not that great to watch
but
on
before
TV.
'97, you didn't
let
see
alone
anybody
play.
pumping their fists or yelling and screaming in golf. And he's brought that, and he's brought that to a younger generation, and
His
that
job
made
is
people
to golf,
excited about
though. His
golf.
job isn't to get up and do stand-up comedy,
Yeah,
you know?
that's
Although
what-
I think if he did
that's what I
dance,
think.
that would be nice. If he did a little dance before every shot, that would be good. I would tune in for that.
You know, when he was struggling the last year and a half, people actually said it's because he's married, right? They all said, you know what, Tiger Woods is married, and that's what happened. And you know what, when you take a look at his wife, you think, you know, maybe there's some credibility
But
to
is
that.
it the same thing as a boxer? If he's spoffing, his knees get weak?
Didn't Agassi have that problem?
I'm asking you, is it the same thing? Because boxers don't have sex because they want to keep their legs
I get it. Let's go to break. On the way to break, actually, we got an email for you, Tom. It's asking
email?
you a question. Yes, we had many, but we pared it down. We came with this. Hey, Tom, is Halle Berry trying to copy you by going to the Razzies to pick up her Best Actress award? I bet your acceptance speech was better than hers because last week she was at the Razzies.
I know.
right?
When I saw
Here
that,
she is. There she is, right there. Talk to me.
That looks pretty funny. I didn't bring my Oscar with me when I picked up my Razzie. I didn't want to damage it, of course. But I thought that was pretty funny that she did that. I just hope that maybe she had heard that I did it, because that means that Halle Berry has heard my name before, because she's hot.
On that note, we go to break. More in a moment.
What's the record?
Hey, Mike Fletcher, thanks for doing the show. Appreciate your comments on Barry Bonds and all the rest.
Yep, glad to be here. It's a great show. Just want to say, Safe School Network, doing across the GTA anti-bullying program. So check us out, argonauts.ca.
And you're signed for next year, as is your entire defense, right? Everybody is back for next year. How
All
good is
12
that?
guys back. Sweet. It's unprecedented these days
You
and
guys got
time.
12 guys in the field? Really? Cool. Excellent. No wonder you're so good. Thanks for doing the show, Mike Fletcher.
No problem.
Why does Tom Green have a camera out right now? Tom Green,
yeah.
what is that?
I'm documenting everything for my website. And can I put this up on the website later?
Absolutely. I would be very flattered
Yeah.
if you would do that. And I'm now actually talking to your webcam.
Yeah. No, forget about those cameras.
Right.
This is on the internet.
But this is not the kind of webcam that I imagine I'd be talking to.
Yeah, well, you know, there's all sorts of stuff on the internet.
How you doing?
So Tom Green.
www.tomgreen.com. Go on there and you can read about everything.
And
I'm
you're
up to.
kind of like the leader of the Walk of Fame, the Canadian
Yeah.
Hall of Fame for performers.
Yeah,
Tell me
I'm
about
back
that.
in town right now. Actually, the reason I'm up in town to announce who the inductees are going to be for the
So go
Canadian
ahead,
Walk of
announce it.
Fame Awards tomorrow. I'm announcing. I'm not allowed to say who, but I can give you a hint. There's two people from Ottawa. I'm from Ottawa. Two people from Ottawa who are being inducted, and I'm not one of them.
Oh, we will leave it on that note. Hey, Tom.
They did say, though, if I was really good, they would let me look at Jim Carrey's star. So,
Look but don't touch.
yeah. So I'm excited about
Anytime
that.
you're coming through Southern Ontario, please do the show.
I love doing the show.
You know what? It's a great time. Good
Thanks.
to see you.
It's fun.
Hey, Mike. Thank you very much for doing the show as
Thanks
well.
for
Tell
having
me
me,
about this video, the Chiefs. I'm intrigued by it. It's quite fascinating.
Well, it's a documentary on myself and 3-4 other guys in the team, and they follow us through the course of the season. know, they show a lot of stuff from the games.
This
and
is
whatever.
true. This is true. This is true minor league hockey, professional hockey.
Yep.
But you get a real sense for what it's all about, right?
Well, and you get to see that we're real people too. I mean, you see us on the ice as these big tough goons, and you.
How tough is it? Give me an example. You know, the hockey I play is so tough. And finish that thought.
Well, an
untough
team in our league would have 5 to 6 fighters, most of them heavyweights.
5 to 6.
5 to 6.
So 1/3
minimum,
of the team,
minimum.
1/4 of the team.
Minimum. But they're players too. So some teams have guys that aren't necessarily that good of players.
So,
other teams do.
pick it up.
That
It's
year
called the
we
Chiefs.
won the cup. That year we won the cup. We had 10 legitimate heavyweights.
I got to tell you, you don't have tough hair, you know.
What?
Your hair's not tough at all.
I live in Montreal. It's very tough in Montreal.
Frank D'Angelo, thanks for doing the show. I'm not going to comment about your hair,
show.
although there was a possibility there.
Well, it's I have to take inventory now. Before I used to go like this, well, it's thinner now.
Tell me about Steelback Brewery. What's going on with you?
Steelback Brewery is going to sponsor a semi-pro team in the Midwestern Hockey League Senior A, and I will try out for it just to piss you off, and I will make it because I have the best goalie equipment known to mankind. It's called the Bruce County Bulls.
And look
we're
out
gonna
for
play
that next year. We're out of time. Frank, thanks for doing the show. Everybody,
Bye-bye.
see you tomorrow on OTR.
Off the Record with Michael Landsberg is brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends, see you tonight.